a lot of people were complaining about the Astros over the weekend, and understandably so. The Rangers and the Mariners were swept by the Guardians and Dodgers, respectively. But I feel like when it comes to pointing fingers, we have to point fingers at the things that happen on the baseball diamond. I know I sound condescending when I do this, but I also know I'm right here. Can we go through the issues for the Astros over the weekend? So, Javier wasn't terrible, but we have such a low standard for Christian Javier and all the Astros starters on Friday that 2 home runs allowed in the eyes of some is acceptable. I had some person that I actually believe has good baseball opinions pushing back on me for saying we're focusing on Dusty Baker this morning and not the guy with the nearly 5 ERA who allowed 2 home runs against the Kansas City Royals, the 26th ranked offense in baseball. But it's Dusty's fault there. I talked about the lineup issues that people have. Jose Abreu is in the lineup. He hit a home run. Martin Maldonado's in the lineup, and maybe he didn't get a hit when he needed to with a runner in scoring position, but he did double. They had 7 hits total, and they were 0 for 6 with runners in scoring position. And guess what? Phil Maton came in, and he allowed an insurance home run in the 8th inning. So all of those things, I feel like, are more of a reason for losing on Friday than Dusty Baker. Saturday, guess what? What I've been saying about JP France, my biggest fear about JP France, it came true, did it not? France threw 4 1/3, 5 earned runs, 3 allowed in the first, 0 strikeouts, 5 hits, 4 walks. But it's Dusty's fault. Jeremy Pena had a 2-out error in the 6th. Alex Bregman had a 2-out error in the 7th. 2 runs, 2-out errors. Astros lose Saturday 10-8. What are we doing? And I know a lot of people like the lineup outside of maybe Mauricio Dubon being in for Michael Brantley because Altuve played, he homered. Yainer Diaz played, he homered. Oh, why does Yainer Diaz play every single game? I get it from time to time. But to focus on the lineup for Saturday when the starter sucked, which has been a consistent theme this year, I just think you're looking at it the wrong way. And then yesterday, okay, I'm having some fun with putting in Jake Myers and Myers getting a triple and a home run because I would not have expected that. I also think it's rather unconventional to sit Kyle Tucker when you're trying to avoid a sweep. But, I mean, worked out pretty well. It sure worked out pretty well. So when they win, it's going to be largely thanks to the offense. Jose Abreu had 2 in that cleanup spot, 2 runs batted in. Isn't that what you're supposed to do in the cleanup spot, by the way? Just a thought. I know it was a sac fly. I get it. It was a fielder's choice with the bases loaded. I get it. He keeps on finding himself batting with the bases loaded for whatever reason. I don't know why he gets as many opportunities with the bases loaded. It would be nice if he did a little bit better with those opportunities with the bases loaded. But technically, he did his job. He did drive in runs in the cleanup spot. So technically, Dusty did the right thing. And this time, I'm screwing with you. But come on.
Drove in run.
He drove it too. It's 2 separate situations.
I was thinking just the sac fly.
Yeah.
You're right. He drove in runs.
Todd the show, good point. And this is why Dusty said that he sat Kyle Tucker. He was 2 for 19 in the 5 games before. Do you want Kyle Tucker to be on his A game for this series starting against Baltimore in town tonight? Yeah, I think you do.
A hopefully very hungover Baltimore.
It seems like they will be. It definitely seems like they will be hungover.
For those that don't know, they clinched. Did they clinch the division or just a playoff spot?
Just a playoff spot.
So they clinched a playoff spot the first time since like 2016 or whatever that they made the playoffs. And
gotta say, bad luck.
Really?
Didn't even win the
Save
division.
it for the division?
Didn't win the division.
I'm okay celebrating like that for the Orioles if you win the division.
I'm not.
No, if you win the division.
If they win the division, yes.
Because it's the first time for that crew actually doing it.
Win the division. Win the division, though.
Which they will in a week or so.
But
Yeah, no, you actually do. Like, you can't have the general manager taking like beer bong shots after, again, clinching a wild card spot.
They split the series, 4-game series with the Rays. The Rays are I guess technically 2 games back because there's a difference in terms of the amount of games played between the Rays and the Orioles. They're 2 games back of Baltimore, but okay, like you split the series.
Oh wow, I didn't know it was
Champagne
that
shower.
close.
Yeah, it's still close. Like
Yeah.
it's still a race. I don't know.
I don't like that.
I think this is young team dummy stuff, personally, and I think it's not quite Rangers Letterman jackets, and it's not quite Run DMC outfits.
No.
Though both teams have sucked since they did those 2 things, and who told you that was going to happen first? Who's bringing luck and hex talk into baseball conversation?
Ignore the Rangers' record since the funeral for them. Although now it's actually pretty.
Yes, they got
bad.
swept. It's back to it's right back to me being right. As always, baseball Paul, the smartest baseball mind in all of Houston.
You know what? When it comes to your curses and hexes, it's a marathon, not a sprint.
It is.
Long game. You're playing the long game with all this.
Speaking of the long game, Shohei Ohtani cleaned out his locker on Saturday.
And then the next day, the Angels, same thing as the A's. The Angels put him on the IL, saying like, "Oh yeah, he's out for the year. He's out for the year after he already cleaned out his locker."
Out for the year with an oblique injury. Yeah, this is 100% spin job by the Angels. 100%. Goodbye. Sounds like he might go to Boston. That was interesting to hear. Doesn't make any sense for Boston because they already have a player who can only play designated hitter, so that's probably not going to work.
They have like 2 that only play designated hitter.
Well, no, Rafael Devers is just fat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Anyway, Paul Gallant Show, ESPN 97.5, 92.5, 713-780-3776 to call, to text. Another issue with Dusty is once again he moved Pena to 8th in the lineup after he was killed the ball the last month in the second position. Yeah, Dusty's just mixing it up, dude. You don't get it. You don't understand ball like I do, okay? It's okay. It's okay. You definitely don't understand it like Dusty does. Can we just admit that? Do you really need to go online every single day and question the lineup? Seriously, I don't know.